Yo, and welcome to a holiday special of Let's Build a Bikini Bottom, where we're going to be decorating the Bikini Bottom with holiday lights and building this clamshell stage. What's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Bikini Bottom, episode 17, where we're going to be decorating Conch Street for the holiday season, which is just next week. So happy holidays, early Merry Christmas, early Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. And to start off with, we could be building this tree. This is a coral tree that Squidward apparently grew on his yard. And this is what will be our official Christmas tree for at least Conch Street. I mean, because SpongeBob Patrick chopped that thing down and display as a Christmas tree, which we'll be seeing in a bit. And I want to remind everyone that if you like these videos, like what I'm doing, like the Bikini Bottom, please drop a like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. We got appreciate the support. But anyway, as we continue this tree, it's a coral tree, so I use pretty much purple wool, which will be decorated to something else, like retexturing it out, of course. And as we get finished here, we're going to be chopping this thing down in our remote wool, quote unquote, which we are right now. Chop it down and roll edit it, which is ironic. I use an axe for actually roll editing. Remove that tree and then we place it into this new location, become our new Christmas tree. And what's funny is, couldn't SpongeBob Patrick just decorate a tree where it was? I mean, it's in a good location anyways. It was literally in front of Squidward's house, right next to it. So we could just decorate it there. For the lanterns, lights, I was planning to actually use beacons at first because, you know, it has a glass shell with the blue lamps. Because remember, in the actual show, they're actually in glass straws. The jellyfish are in glass straws. So I thought a beacon would be good. But for me, I didn't really like the look of it. A blue square in the middle, I didn't like that, with the obsidian bottom, so that's why I decided just to do some lanterns. For lights, I think it looks even more better than using a beacon. I don't even think I'll put some pink buttons on there, but that you can't really do that in Minecraft yet. Up next, we have SpongeBob's house, which is decorated with some lot of lights. Look at all those beautiful lights. And of course, we've got frosting on the top, which is the white stuff you see on top. I didn't forget to even do the leaves, because at the end we could be like put snow all over this area, so this will be a winter wonderland for sure to celebrate the Bikini Bottom's first ever Christmas. Of course, you have Squidward here with the grumpy old Squidward, which didn't decorate this, by the way. It was actually the two best friends who decorated this place, and I think it looks pretty good. It has like a nice bottom part, which I always assumed was like part of Santa's beard for some reason. I don't know what it's supposed to be or not, but it has some candy canes sticking out of it, so that's cool. And then above that, Squidward's nose, we're going to be removing that, and I believe we'll be turning that into a bell of some type. But whatever it is, it looks amazing, that amazing bell. We got some leaves for the windows, and we have some actual color lights, and the frosting slash ice or snow, whatever that is, going along the rooftops. I think it looks really beautiful. Like, man, I gotta say, the Bikini Bottom is really good at decorating the buildings, like really good at it. Got some lights. I probably should have built this at nighttime as well, but I just thought it won't look too good in the recording, so that's why I did it at daytime. I like splits of the day so you can actually see what's going on. But of course, when doing holiday night, it's probably a good idea to be decorating during the night. Now for Patrick's Rock, I mean, what else is there to say? And then I actually put the lights in to make it look pretty and make it look like a night show. And at the end, we could be changing the weather forecast, changing everything, and make everything a nice layer of beautiful snow all over this area. And as you can see here, I'm in a remote location. This is not actually inside the main Bikini Bottom itself. It's an entirely different place where you get there via teleportation. So if you got confused, that's great, because that means that they did a really good job at making this remote location. So when you download as well, you'll be able to check this place out in the winter time. Oh yeah, this is, remember the jerk cakes and the Robo SpongeBob episode? That's the jerk middle SpongeBob thing that Plankton made for some strange reason. Well, I know why he made it, to take over the world, so. And somehow people get confused that this is the real SpongeBob and not the actual yellow sponge right next to it, so that was a funny one. So here we have our first glimpse of Jellyfish Fields. So you probably have seen this in episode 1 actually, but this is the Clam Shell, which is like a big outside theater which I built. I was going to make this in the next episode actually, but like I said, I didn't want these episodes to become too short, so that's why I'm making like 2 building kind of per episode instead of doing one every week and the episode being only like 5-10 minutes long. So this is a good contrast, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, this building, this theater that I built didn't come out the best or the greatest in my opinion. And I think I just made it too tall. The seating area was too tall, and you'll see why later on. But yeah, making theaters is quite a task. If you've never designed a theater before, what you have to do is make the first few rows fatter, and then when you add like a corridor between the seats, like which is what the blue wall is representing, you have to make the rows behind that even steeper, etc. Same with if you have balconies as well. So that's why that's how you get some epic stadium looking seating there that includes coliseums, football stadiums, soccer stadiums, all that all included. Football and soccer is the same thing, but not in, well, anyways. That's just how you make stadium seating. You see that everywhere. So when you next go inside a theater or a stadium, take note on how steep the seats are. But yeah, this took quite a while to make though. But I think the seating itself turned out great, honestly. The issue comes when, well, not really the issue. My opinion, I think the issue comes when I actually built the show, which will be on the opposite side of the stage. So, on the opposite side of the camera, so the seat will be looking onto the stage. So next is your exit and entryways into the seating areas. And below that is like the Coliseum style design, where you have just random or pathways just leading right into the stands, which I think turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not important, so that's why I kind of just brushed right through it. But yep, and then of course paint all over it. I mean, that's all I did. I didn't really add bathrooms or anything fancy like that because this is really just supposed to be a really basic design. And up next we have what are we doing next? Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing our finishing touches, so everything looks good, everything's all a-okay. And then you have some seating, the actual seats, which is the slabs. And that's another reason why I want to make the upper parts deeper, is so the people in front of you won't block the view. And next we have the actual stage. And of course, we're not gonna just make a random empty stage. We're gonna be actually decorating the stage to make it look all festive like and all that. Then up next, we're gonna be actually doing the actual seashell itself, the actual backdrop of this arena, and this is probably the part that most people will recognize. And honestly, this shell took quite a bit of time to create. But you can probably notice the mistake I made. I made it way too tall. Like if you look at the actual photo of it, it's supposed to be a lot smaller, a lot like condensed. Well, this had to be really tall in order to see it from the front of the from the road pretty much. So that was my mistake. I apologize, but I think the shell itself, the texture of it and the shape of it turned out better than I expected. So I'm happy about that. But I would definitely want to make it smaller though if I want to rebuild this. And honestly, I kind of was attempting to rebuild this whole thing, because all I had to do though to make this thing small is to literally take out like the top row of the seating area, and that would have been perfect. But anyway, I think they turned out pretty good anyways, honestly, despite that. But like I said, I've seen worlds where the buildings are massive, like way too oversized, so and I have victim to that. I used to do that as well, so I think this is a good contrast, honestly, in my opinion. Like, I think this is at least acceptable. I think everyone will be able to tell what I'm trying to build here. So for the seashell, what I did was for the bottom part, I made it more like compact in the bottom, so it has like the blooming out kind of feeling and vibes. And while doing that, I actually destroyed the stage by accident, so I had to actually build the whole entire stage anyway. So probably wait to me for build the seashell before building the stage. You gotta rebuild it again. But no big deal at all. It's really so easy to make. It's like you gotta build it right now actually. And then after that, go flip that bad boy, and then finally do our holiday decorations, holiday lights. I probably should make another Christmas tree there. I don't know why I didn't do that. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm texturing it to make it look like a clamshell. Now it actually looks like a clamshell. Now of course I run into another problem where it actually looks too dark now because the stupid sun is it's not shining onto it. So I don't know, this building probably wasn't the best, but you get to see some holiday lights come in. And to conclude this process, we're gonna be building some instruments. So right there will be the piano on the against the backdrop there. We're gonna be building most of the percussion instruments, and the front is gonna be most of the wind instruments, the blowing ones. I forgot what the proper term is, but that's where I'll go. And there will be no walkthrough just because this is a little bit of a basic build, what you see, what you get type of thing. But enjoy the cinematics, and I'll see you on the other side. And once again, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you all enjoyed the build. Please send your suggestions or comments below. I read all my comments, and I see you all in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.